So hi everyone, this is Jessic here from the Achievement Squad, coming at you with a full walkthrough for the Sojourn. As of this point onwards, there is a spoiler warning in effect. There is not a huge amount of story, but just to warn you in advance. Now, as part of this video, I'm going to show you how to get every achievement, every trophy, and the Platinum trophy that is linked to this game. They are primarily built up of story-related achievements and trophies, and some collectible-related achievements and trophies. I will show you how to do this to obtain those. Now, the game itself is very much like The Witness. It is puzzle built all the way through. It's going to take you roughly 4 hours. It took me about 3 days to solve everything, but the video is about 3 hours and 40 minutes long, so I apologize for it being so long. There will be timestamps down below for those of you that want to jump to a specific level. Now, to kick things off, pretty much the intro is you following a light. So keep following the light until you reach a flame, and I will not be narrating this part because you are just following a flame. Okay, so we're about to come up on the first mechanic of the game, and it's to step into the dark world. So in this case, you stand on a flame. You'll also bag yourself an achievement at the trophy at the same time. But as you can see, when you move from the light world to the dark world, the environment changes around you. Now, when you're in the dark world in the game, it will actually allow you to power up and interact with many things like statues that are around the levels and the puzzles themselves. And when you use the flame in particular, you will find that you are on a timer. So when you step off the flame, when the timer runs out, you will then exit back into the light world. So keep following the lights as you go along. So as you can see, there's a timer on the screen that drips down. Once it's gone, you return back to the light world. Follow the lights onwards towards the first set of puzzles. Okay, so you'll now be entering the first or the second chapter called Discovery. When you walk through this door, you'll actually be in the first puzzle of the game. So follow the lights down the stairs, everything will render in, very similar to Ascendance and Refunct. And you want to head down underneath this canopy, past the people, and stand on the flame to your left. Now this will cause a bridge to spawn in on your right, just down at the bottom of the stairs, and you want to walk across that bridge, just making sure that the timer doesn't run out to make it to the other side. Once you've done that, head up the stairs, there'll be another flame to your right. Stand on the flame and you'll be introduced to another mechanic, and that's the ability to swap with statues. So look at the statue, press the right trigger, and you'll change places with it, so you'll teleport to the other side and go through the door. Okay, so now we are in the second puzzle. Head down the stairs to the flame, and when you're at the flame, look at the statue on the left and swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, go past the statue and stand on the flame along the way to refill the timing bar. But head to the end of this area where the bridge is. Now you won't be able to make it across the bridge in time, so turn around and swap back with the statue and then swap back again. This will refill the timer bar and then allow you to cross the bridge to the next level. Okay, so as you enter this room, you will bag yourself an achievement or a trophy called Step by Step for completing the second challenge, and you'll be in the next puzzle called Anaphora. So to solve this puzzle, you want to walk forward to the flame, and then you want to look to your right, and you will see a statue. Swap places with the statue, make your way back towards the statue, standing on the flame on the way. Head down the stairs to this kind of little diamond area and look up to the statue. Swap places with the statue and swap back again. And then you want to make your way up the stairs all the way to the top. Sorry, to the middle. Look at the statue again, swap and swap back again to refill your flame, and then make your way to the top and exit the level. Now we are in the next level, which is called a small hindrance. You'll see this kind of gate thing to your right. Now this is locked, and to unlock it you need to move a statue onto a container to unlock the door. So stand on the flame, look at the statue, swap places, and then make your way to the container, which is just by the entrance where you came in. Look at the statue, swap places, and what you'll see is this will charge up the gateway and the door will open, and it allows you to continue through to the next level. Okay, so now we're in the next level. Now make your way forward towards the flame and look at the statue that was just on your left. Swap places with that statue. Now you're going to need to walk past that statue, so go around it, and you want to go to the staircase that is behind it. So step on the flame on the way just to give yourself a refill. Turn around, look at the statue, swap places to refill your flame, swap back again, and then head up the stairs to the next level. When you're at the next level, look back down at the statue and repeat the same. But except this time you want to go over to the container that is on the right of the flame. Look up to the top of the stairs to the statue, swap places, and this will unlock the door, letting you leave the level. Now into the next level called Through the Shadows. So for this one you can see that we've got a statue in a container. Head over to the flame. And when you stood on the flame, turn around and look at the statue. Swap places with the statue, head towards the flame again, stand on it along the way just to give yourself a refill. Make your way over to the container and swap places with the statue. Now from here, go through the gate. Look to your right, swap places with the statue again. This will close the gate, but you can use the ability to teleport from the fire to swap places with the statue. Stand on the flame, swap places with the statue, and this will allow you to cross the bridge exiting the level. Okay, so for this next section, just keep following the lights, as this is just a bit of a story, but follow the lights all the way to the top. I believe on the way you'll also net yourself an achievement, which is Blindfolded. Okay, so now we'll be at the next puzzle for this one. So this will now introduce a harp. When you play the harp, what it will do is it will rebuild things like the bridges that are nearby. So where you see the red stones. So for this, make your way to the end by these red stones, play the harp, and this will rebuild the bridges, allowing you to exit the level. Okay, so for the next puzzle, you're going to need to make your way towards that chamber that's in front of you and head to the flame on the right. Once you reach the flame on the right, you want to swap places with the statue. And once you've swapped places with the statue, make your way over to the container. Look at the statue, swap places and swap back again. Head towards the harp. And once you're by the harp, look at the statue. Swap places with the statue. Make your way over to the container. And then you need to swap places with the statue again. About turn, look at the harp, ring it, and exit the level. Okay, so we are now in the level Harmony. Stand on the fire, swap places with your statue, and cross the bridge that is just next to you. Now stop at this section here, look up, play the harp, and this will allow you to cross the two bridges that are nearby. And you will find another flame on this side. Stand in the flame, swap places with the statue, and then you're going to make your way back across the same bridge again, and play the harp again in the same method as before. Okay, so once you've cleared the bridges, stand on the fire, go to the container at the end and swap places with the statue. This will unlock the way out of the level. Okay, for this part of the puzzle, you want to walk up to the flame and swap places with the first statue, which is on the left. Once you've swapped places with that statue, look to the left again. You will see a second statue, swap places with this one. Look to your left, you'll find a container and cross over the bridge. And look to the right and you will see the statue from earlier, swap places with that one. Now, it's worth pointing out on the floor you will see these vines that pop up whilst you're in the dark world. These vines will get in your way and stop you from moving forward. Look to the left, swap with the statue. Look to the left again and proceed forward. Look to the right, swap with the statue once again. Look to the left, swap with the other statue. swap back again, look to the right, swap places with the other statue and place it into the container, turn around, and then you want to make your way across the bridge to the exit of the level. Okay, so for the next puzzle, head over to the flame, and then you're going to want to swap places with the statue. Once you've swapped places with the statue, you're going to walk to the container. Look back at the statue, swap back, and then make your way through the gates to your right. Look to the statue, swap places, and head back to the flame down the other end. And then transfer from the flame to the statue to bypass the gate that is there and restock your flame. Head to the right, continue to the end just here, and then look back at the statue and swap back again to refill your flame. And once you've done that, you'll be able to cross the bridge to your left and exit the level. Okay, so for this next one, head to the flame and you're going to want to swap places with the statue that's to the left. Once you've done that, make your way back to the flame, and then to the left of that flame there is a container and you want to head over to that. So step on the flame on the way, head to the container, look back at the statue and swap places with the statue. Place it into the container. From here, swap with the statue, look to your left and head over to the second container. Now this time look to your right, you will see the original statue you swapped places with earlier. Trade places with that one. Look to your left and you will find the statue that second statue you swap places with that one again, and this will open the gate that's in front of you. Walk towards the vines on the floor. Now stop before you run out of darkness, play the harp, and the darkness will disappear and you'll be able to cross past the harp and exit the level. So the next section of the video is just again following the lights, so keep following them and it will progress you forward to the next set of challenges. Okay, so the next level is Imitation. So as part of this level, you're going to be introduced to a new mechanic. Stand on the flame, look at the statue and swap places with it. Now you want to head past the statue and stand on the flame on the way to give it a bit of a recharge. And this device is called, for me, a duplicator. So head into the duplicator, stand in it, turn around and look at the statue, and when you swap places with the statue, what it will do is it will reproduce another statue on the other side, which you can swap places with, allowing you to proceed to the end of the level. Okay, so now for the next level, stand on the fire and you want to make an about turn towards the statue, swap places with the statue, and you want to make your way to the end to the duplicator's device again. Stand on the flame on the way to give yourself a refill, and then once you hit the duplicator, turn around and you want to swap places with the statue. There'll be a new statue that's spawned to your right, but in this case we want to actually head over to the container to unlock the gate. So look to your right, you will see the container. Make your way over to the container. Once there, look to the left, swap places with the statue, play the harp that is also then to your left, crossing the bridges to exit the level. Okay, so for this one, you want to make your way past the statue and you want to head down to the fire and you want to swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, head back past the statue and stand on the fire on the way, but take a left and you will find a duplicator. Head over to that duplicator and swap places with the statue. Then look to your right and there'll be a freshly spawned statue. Swap places with that one. Head down to the chamber that's at the end of this run and then swap places with the statue that's on the flame. Look to your left, make your way over to the duplicator again and swap places with the statue that is in the container. Look to your right and then swap places with the statue that is on the right hand side of the duplicator. Play the harp and leave the level. Okay, so for the next level, it's called Overlook, and for this one, we want to make our way past the first statue, and we're going to head to the flame that is nearby at the top of the stairs on the left-hand side here. Once you're at the top of these stairs, look to your left, and then you want to swap places with the statue that's in the middle of the stairs at the bottom, and then you want to make your way up the right-hand side, turn around, and then swap places with the statue that's at the bottom. Look to the left, swap places with the statue that's at the top. Stand in the container, swap places with the statue. Look to the right and swap places with the second statue, and then you'll be able to leave the challenge. Okay, so for the next challenge called Eagerness, head over to the fire that is in front of you, and then you want to swap places with the statue. You want to head to the chamber that is on your right. Swap with the statue, get a refill of that flame. Head over to the duplicating thingy, and then look to the statue. Swap places with the statue. About 10. Ring the harp and then swap places with the statue, and you're going to need to move fast here, but cross over the red bridge and exit the level. Okay, so this is the end of the first chapter. So in this section, just follow the lights down the stairs and it is going to load in and render in some people. But keep following the lights through the area and you'll eventually reach this kind of big green space where a building will render in front of you, and there'll be 2 challenge rounds there. One called Mesmerizing Sympathy and the other one is called Triumph. And this is where you're going to get first introduced to the collectibles called Merits. So once everything's finished rendering in, on the left hand side you'll see like a little teleporter, but I'm too busy being mesmerized by a rendering building. Head over to the teleporter and this will take you into the first bonus level. Okay, so these bonus levels are significantly harder than the other levels you have seen so far. Nonetheless, we're still to help you out and get to the end. So this one's called Mesmerizing Symphony. Stand on the fire and you're going to want to make your way over to the harp. Now be careful of the vines so they don't drain the timer that you've got running right now. So pause, play the harp, go past the vines, the harp, cross the bridge, and then you want to follow this walkway all the way around to another flame. Once you're at this flame, stand on it, look to the right, swap places with the statue, and then you're going to make your way back to the harp. So look to the left, walk towards the harp, and the same as before, before you run out of darkness, play the harp, past the vines and cross the bridge and make your way back to the flame where you put the statue. Now head over to the statue, stand on the flame. Once you've done that, turn around and make your way back to the container. Now you'll need to swap places with the statue to get a refill of the fire. So swap places with the statue and then swap back again. Once you've done that, you want to edge further forward. So look to your right and head to the square that's kind of directly in front of you. Look back at the harp. Sorry, not the harp, the statue, and swap places with that one. Refill the fire. Head over to the container. Look to the left. Swap places with the statue. And now about face, look at the harp, and you're going to have to do this very quickly, so make sure you edge far to the right. Play the harp, and you're going to need to run right the way around. Head over the bridge. Now you won't be able to make it across this bridge at this time. For some reason I stop and I take a good look at my notes, and I even decide to pause for some reason. I apologize. What you actually need to do is you need to backtrack to the original fire that you were using earlier. Stand on that flame, head over to the vines that were at the by the harp, and then before you run out of darkness, play the harp, past the vines and cross the bridge to the left to exit the level. Now at this time, this is the first merit of the game that you will find. You'll bag yourself an achievement and trophy for finding this one. This is one of 46 collectibles that you will find throughout the game. They become more common later on in the game. Just in this area there is 2 to begin with in these bonus rounds, and then later on during the levels they become 2 puzzles, 1 puzzle to free a flame, 1 puzzle to find a merit. Now on to the second puzzle. Okay, so this is the second bonus level of this chapter. You want to make your way over to the flame. So stand on the fire, and then you want to look back at the statue, and you're going to swap with the statue. Once you've done that, you want to make your way over to the duplicator, which is just to the left of the statue. Swap with the statue, and then swap back again. This will refill the fire. And then you're going to play the first harp, and you're going to cross the bridge. Now as you're doing that, you'll need to play the second harp that is directly in front of you, and then you're going to head up the stairs that are on the right. Once you're at the top, head to the right. There'll be another fire that you can see just in front of you. Stand on that fire. Once you've done that, swap places with the statue. Make your way forward, and then you are going to stand on the duplicator, look back at the statue and swap places with it. This will create a duplicate version in front of you, but this time stand on the chamber that's to the left of that fire and swap places with the statue that's down at the bottom. And the same again, you want to ring both harps and cross the bridge, but this time around you want to go up the left hand set of stairs and collect the merit that is at the top. Okay, so once you've completed the bonus challenges, you want to make your way into the newly spawned castle that self-built itself. And then you want to go through the door, and then you're going to keep following the lights along for some story information, and it will take you across to the next set of puzzles. Just here you'll bag yourself an achievement called Not a Child. From my perspective it was a child, but hey, nonetheless, anyway. Keep going forward, and you want to go through the door, This will be a little cutscene, but this will then allow you to progress forward to the next set of puzzles. Okay, so in the next room you're going to be introduced to a new mechanic, which is called a relic. You'll see on the right there is a harp that is actually fully charged and working outside of the Dark World. You want to head over to that harp, and what you'll find, this harp has something called a relic, which is in the bottom of it, and these relics will power up devices and you can use them outside of the darkness. So take the relic out of the harp, you want to make your way into the next room, and inside this room there will be a statue. Head over to that statue, and then by pressing X or square you'll be able to place the relic you took from the harp into it. Turn around and look at it, and you'll be able to swap places with the statue, opening the door to the next set of puzzles. So this is kind of like a Crash Bandicoot 2 style warp room, minus Cortex's big head kind of popping it up, but this is the chapter knowledge. And I'll be working my way from right to left through this area in chronological order. As you can see, all of the doors are numbered. And as you look above the doors, you'll see 2 placards, and this will indicate if you will find a merit in the level, as well as the light that you need to progress forward in the game. So head into the room number 1. Okay, and so once this is all rendered in, you'll be in the next set of puzzles, and this is called Calm Echoes. Okay, so for this one, head over to the duplicator device. Turn around, and then you want to swap place with the relic statue, and that will duplicate it to the other side. And then you want to swap with the statue that's behind the gates. Then you want to turn around, and then you want to head backwards to the container that is at the back of the area where you just were. Turn around and look at the statue and swap places with it again. Now head over to that same statue, and you're going to pull the relic out of it. And then you want to take that relic and you're going to put it into a harp, which is just behind you. Plug it in and play the harp, and then once you cross over to the other side you will need to release the fire that is contained there. Now the game will give you the option to exit, however if you exit now you will miss out on a potential merit. So this is additional challenges that you will find in the level. These make the levels a little bit more complicated, however they're fully solvable. So ring the harp, pick up the relic, and then you want to make your way across to the statue. Put the relic into the statue, and then you're going to make your way to the corner, and then go around that corner and stand on the duplicator device and swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, head towards the statue, go past it, and then continue past the vines on the floor, and then you're going to need to turn around, and then you're going to swap places with the statue that is on the far side. I don't think you need to swap with the one on the far right hand side, it can be either one, it doesn't really matter. Follow the walkway back around again, and then you want to make your way over to that statue, and you're going to need to take out the diamond relic thing that is with it. Once you've done that, plug the relic into the harp, ring the harp. For some reason I take a little while to do it. Ring the harp but grab the relic at the same time. Put the relic into the harp, ring the harp again but pick up the relic before you cross the bridge. and at the back you will find a flame. Stand on that flame and you want to look at the statue. Swap places with the statue, and then you can cross over the bridge and grab the merit that is in this level. Okay, so for this level, the first thing you're going to do is head down to the harp and grab the relic out of the harp. Once you've done that, walk into the flame that's behind you and swap places with the statue. Okay, and then you want to go past the statue, place the relic in the statue along the way. Walk past the statue, stand on the flame to get a refill, and then you want to ring the harp and then head up the top of the stairs. Now when you're on the first floor, look to the left, and you want to head down and you want to walk to the end of this area here. Look back at the statue, swap places, and then swap places back again, and then you'll be able to cross the bridge that is on your right. Look back at the statue, swap places with the statue to unlock the gateway at the top. Head towards the harp again, play the harp, but this time go to the very top of the stairs and free the light to finish the first part of the level. Okay, so before you exit the level, there's another merit that's just appeared into this one. Now for you to complete this one, it's quite straightforward. Look at the statue, swap places with the statue, and then you want to jump down to the ledge below where the fire is, and you want to stand on the fire. Look back to the top to the statue and swap places again, and then you'll be able to walk across and pick up the merit to finish the level. Okay, so for this level you're going to need to be a bit quick on your toes, but head over to the harp. You're going to ring the harp and you're going to grab the relic straight away. Once you've done that, cross over the bridge and drop the relic into the statue. And you want to make your way across to the container, which is behind these vines just here, near the funky statue looking thing. And then you're going to swap places with the statue, and then make your way to the statue and you want to grab the relic out of it again. So pick up the relic, and you want to head across to the fire. Stand on the fire to switch over to the dark world. And then you want to make your way all the way kind of back towards the harp. But before you run out of the darkness, look to the right, ring the harp just to reset the bridges back up. Place the relic in the harp, and then you want to ring the harp again, and then this will allow you to head up the stairs and free the light. Okay, so now to get the merit in this level, it's actually quite a straightforward merit. Head back down the stairs, you'll see a whole bunch of new harps that have spawned in front of you. Look to the harp, the first one that you were by earlier. You want to ring that harp and then you want to cross over to it. It's going to be a case of picking up relics, ringing harps all the way across. So now to trigger the first harp, head down to the flame, stand on the flame and kind of walk back to that middle diamond that is in front of the harp. Be very kind of tight on time here. Ring the first harp, cross to the middle. You can place the relic into the harp, or you can push forward if you need to. Ring the harp again, pick up the relic, and you want to rinse and repeat that for the next harp. Once you've done that, you'll be able to get your hands on the merit. Okay, so for the next level, which is called Endless Pursuit, you want to make your way to the far container at the very back of the area. So head past the vines, go into the container, look to your left and swap places with your statue. Once you've done that, you want to head to the statue and you're going to pull out the relic. Once you have the relic, head back to the other statue that was in the level, and you're going to place the relic into that statue. Once you've done that, you want to head down towards the vines. Once you're past the vines, look at the statue, swap places with that statue, and then you're going to make your way over to the flame. Stand on the flame, swap places with the statue, and then you're going to head to the duplicating device on the end just here. Turn around, look at the statue that's back on the fire, swap places to spawn in a third statue, and then you're going to look to your left and you're going to head to the second container, and you're going to look up and you're going to be able to swap places with the statue at the top to unlock the gate and go forward to release the light. Now it's worth noticing with the second part of this puzzle you can get stuck, which means you would have to restart the level. You can get stuck between the gate and the entrance of the level. To do that, just pause the game, restart it, but you will have to re-follow this section through. Now, once you've done that, from behind the gate, look at this statue that is the furthest in the distance, and you want to swap places with that one. Now, that will close the gate, however, it will move the statue to the far back. You want to head over to the flame, look at the statue you've just teleported in behind the gate, swap places with that one, look to your left and pick up your merit. Now once you've completed the first 4 puzzles in this area, you'll bag yourself the achievement called Level Up for switching on the elevator. Head over to the middle and you want to push up whilst you're stood in the middle to take you to the next set of puzzles. There are 5 on this floor, and the same again as before, I will do them in chronological order. Okay, so for this puzzle in particular, you're going to be introduced to something completely brand new. In this case, I have taken to calling them mirrors as I've been solving the puzzles, so I will be referring to them as mirrors for the rest of this guide. As you can see, a mirror projects a beam. When you stand in that beam in particular, you will get the darkness. Once you step out of that beam, you will be returned to the light world. So once you step out of it, as you will see in the video when I make it to the other side, this will switch that off. Now these mirrors can be rotated to point into any direction and charge up the other devices or statues that are in this area. So for this example, you can press the left bumper or the right bumper to rotate it. I always seem to get this wrong for some reason, but this now charges up the harp that is in the distance. Now make your way past the vines, head down to the harp, play the harp, and you'll be able to free the light from the vines. It's also worth noting with this level there is no merit, which is meaning there's only one puzzle, so you can exit the level at this point. Okay, so for the next section, you're going to want to head over to the second mirror that is in the background. And you're going to want to point it to 90 degrees to the left at the container. I get this wrong, classic. So point it at the container, and then you're going to want to make your way to the statue again. Once you're at the statue, take out the relic and put it into the mirror that is next to it. Now this will power up the beams, but it will also activate the vines. So you're going to need to point the mirror to the right, and at the other mirror, step out, and then into the other beam of light, and then you're going to head over to the container, swap places with the statue, and this will power up the gateway. Take the relic out of the mirror and step out of the beams, which will switch off both beams in the process, and allowing you to get past the vines. Put the relic in the second mirror and point it at the light at the end. This will allow you to free the light, completing the first part of the level. Okay, so for this part, don't exit just yet, as there is a merit in this level. So once you've freed the light, turn around, and you're going to head back to that mirror that's got the relic inside it. Take the relic whilst staying in the beam, so there's a bit of a trick here. Head down towards the end, look at the harp, play the harp from the beam, and then you want to cross over, place the relic in the harp, play the harp again, pick up the relic, and then do the same with the next harp. Once you've done that, you will be able to pick up the merit from the end of the level. Okay, so we are now in room 3, and you want to head over to the mirror that is on the right, and then you want to point that right mirror at the mirror that is on the left to power it up. Once you've done that, you want to take the relic out of the mirror, and you're going to take that relic across and you're going to put it into the left mirror. Once it's in that mirror, you want to point it at the light beam at the end. Now, without exiting the beam, head back to the other mirror and you're going to turn it left 90, and this will open up the pathway to the light. Remain in this level as there is a merit in this one in particular. As you can see in the top right hand corner, you have an indicator for flame, and underneath that is an indicator for a merit that will let you know what is available for you to collect in this level. Okay, so once the light is free, you want to backtrack to that first mirror, which has got the relic in it. And you're going to pick up that relic and you're going to return it to its original mirror. Now, once you've put the relic back into that mirror, you're going to want to point this mirror back to the mirror that is on the left hand side to power that one up. Pick up the relic, head back to that mirror, place the relic in that mirror, and you're going to want to rotate that mirror to the right 45 degrees. So to the right once, head back to the first mirror, and you're going to want to rotate that one to the left 90. Cross over the bridge that the darkness is revealing to you, and then you want to stop in the intersection where this beam is here, and then you're going to walk forward to the mirror that is on the end, and then you're going to rotate that one 90 degrees at the merit and go over and collect the merit. Okay, so on to the next level. Once everything is rendered in, make your way forward. You want to go past the vines that are on the floor. And you want to turn around and you want to look back at the statue that is on there and swap places with the statue. Remove the relic from the statue and then you want to place it into the mirror. And then you want to point the mirror at the statue. So turn it around the full 180. And this will power up the statue, allowing you to swap places with it and getting past the vines. So head back to the container, swap places with the statue, and then you'll be able to cross over the bridge and go past the gateway to free the light. Okay, so for getting the merit, you want to be able to get the relic out of the mirror. So head down the pathway, and you want to look to the statue and you want to swap with the statue. Pick up the relic, and then step out of the darkness. Head back to the statue, and you want to place the relic in the statue. And you want to head to the right. Go past the vines that are on the floor, look back at the statue, and you want to swap places with it. Once you've done that, head over to the statue. And you want to pick up the relic, and you want to place the relic back into the first mirror. Once you've done that, point the light towards the mirror. Don't turn it the wrong way like I keep doing. And you want to be you'll be able to swap places with the statue. But for this, back out of the darkness, swap places with the statue, and it'll put you back in. And you will be able to cross over the bridge. That second mirror would appear to be a decoy, and collect the merit to exit the level. Okay, so on to the next level, called Twilight, without the subpar vampires. You want to make your way down the stairs, and then there's a harp on your right. So head down the stairs, ring the harp, and cross over the bridge. And for this one, you're going to do the kind of quick snatch and grab. So pick up the relic, ring the harp, cross over, and place the relic into the mirror. Point the mirror across the way, and then look at the harp, ring the harp and backtrack across the two bridges, and then head to the end of the walkway, and you want to stand in the beam and you want to swap with the statue. You'll be able to free the light at this point. Okay, so once the light is free, you want to head over to the square, look to the right and swap places with the statue. And then you want to look at the harp, and you're going to need to move a little bit quickly here, and you're going to need to cross over the first bridge here. As you can see, there's a drop down if you run out of time. So ring the harp, and then you want to go back to the mirror. So ring the harp and run, If you find that you're going to run out of time, I recommend pushing A or X to do a little hop, and it should help you get across. Head back to the mirror, point the light at the mirror, the statue, sorry. Play the harp again and then backtrack across the ledges. Look to the statue from anywhere, swap places with the statue and go pick up the merit. Now at this point you'll bag yourself the second achievement related to merits, and that's for finding 10 out of the 46. It'll get you 90 Gs, and that is called Scholar. Once you've done that, head up the lift to the next set of puzzles. Okay, so we'll be in room number 1 of the next floor, and this one is called Faith. Now head straight over to the fire, and you're going to swap places with the statue. And then you're going to make your way all the way to the end, kind of where the T-junction is, and about turn, and to restock the fire, swap and swap back. And then turn around and go to this mirror on your left here. Rotate it to the left 45 degrees and head to the end of the walkway. Look to your left, to your far left, swap with the statue and swap back again. Head back to the mirror. Rotate it 90 and then you want to cross back from where you just came from. Look at the harp. Sorry, the mirror. Swap back again just to avoid running out of time. Ring the harp, cross the bridge, and then you want to make your way to container. Swap places with the statue, and that will unlock the gate, and you'll be able to follow the beam to the light that needs to be released. Okay, so now for the merit. Turn around and you will find a brand new mirror that has spawned in. Rotate that mirror until it faces the opposite direction, and you want to take the relic out. Now from here you're going to walk down the beam. Apologies for the little bit of slowness here. Rotate this mirror on the end to the left twice. Ring the harp. And then you're going to head over to the statue and place the relic in it. From here, backtrack. And you want to head to the flame. And once you've done that, turn around and look at the statue. Swap places with the statue. And then you want to ring the harp to cross the bridge. You're going to need to drain your darkness on the vines. And then you want to look back at the statue. Swap places with the statue to get yourself some flyer again. And then you want to cross over the 2 bridges in front of you and pick up the merit to complete the level. Okay, so for the next level, Chain of Rules, head up to the broken bridge and then swap places with the statue. Head past the statue, grab the relic and head past the statue and make your way down to the mirror. And then you're going to want to point this mirror directly at the statue itself. So rotate it to the right 45 degrees, not to the left like I do. Make your way down to the end. Now without exiting the beam, look at the harp and you want to ring the harp and cross both of the bridges that are in front of you. And once you make it across the two bridges, look back to the statue and you're going to want to swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, head over to the mirror and you want to point that mirror directly at the statue. And then you want to head back down the walkway that you were just on. So right back towards the broken bridge. Look at the statue, swap places with the statue, and this will allow you to create a pathway across to the container. Look back at the statue, swap again, and then you'll make your way across to the mirror. And then you're going to want to turn that mirror and point it directly at the harp. Once you've done that, play the harp and then cross over to the light. Do not exit this level as there is a merit in it. Okay, so once you've freed the light, you want to head back to the mirror and you want to stand next to it. So backtrack all the way to the mirror with the relic in it. And you want to turn the mirror to point it back down the walkway. And you want to pull the relic out. And then you're going to backtrack to the end of the walkway. You want to ring that harp. And then you're going to cross over the bridge. Once you've done that, head around, take a left, and head over to the statue that we were using earlier to unlock the door. And you're going to place the relic into the statue. Now turn around and you want to head back to where you kind of freed the light, and you're going to swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, backtrack to the statue, and you're going to want to position the statue behind the gate. So look back at it, swap with it, and once you've done that, head towards the statue, take out the relic, and then follow the long pathway all the way back and return to the mirror. Okay, so once you're at the mirror, plug in the relic. Once you've done that, turn around and walk all the way to the end of the walkway. Ring the harp, swap with the statue, and then run across to get the merit. Be careful, you can fall and fail, and it's a little bit disorientating. If you're going to run out of time, do a little hop just to make sure that you've got yourself covered. Okay, so for the next level, Monochrome Beliefs, we are going to head over to the mirror, and we are going to want to rotate that mirror 90 degrees to the right. Once you've done that, head over to the fire that is behind you. Look to the statue and swap places with the statue. Go to the statue, stand on the flame on the way if you need to, and take a right and walk to the end of the walkway. So where you see the statue, stand on the fire, take a right, walk to the end, and then you want to look around at the statue and swap places with it again. Once you've done that, head over to the mirror, and you want to follow the beam to the end of the walkway. You'll find a container there, And once you're at the end of the walkway, look to your right and you'll see the statue you just swap places with and put it into the container. Once you've done that, backtrack a little bit and you want to head over to the mirror, and we are going to turn the mirror 180. So face it in the other direction. Head over to the fire. Then look to your right and you will see a container. And then on your other right, you will see a statue. Swap places with it and then you'll be able to free the light at the end of the walkway. Okay, so now for your merit, cross over the light. You won't leave the level unless you push X or square. And you're going to want to jump down. Be careful because you can drop down off the ledge and fall and die. But for this one, now for this part, we're going to head over to the mirror. And you're going to want to turn that around 180 degrees. And then once you've done that, backtrack to the flame that you've just walked past. Once you've done that, you'll be able to look at the statue to your right, swap places with the statue, and then head to the statue and you can stand on the flame on the way if you need more. Get to the very end and you want to look at the statue and you want to swap it. Once you've done that, you want to head back to the mirror and you want to head to the end of the walkway and stand in the duplicator at the end to duplicate the statue again. Backtrack, stand on the fire and swap place with the duplicated statue. And then for this part, I kind of walk a wrong way a little bit, but ring the harp and you want to make your way across the bridge to the merit. Okay, so for room number 4, grab the relic out of the statue and just place it straight into the mirror. You want to turn the mirror to the container that is on your left. And you want to head across the bridge that's just formed and you want to stand in the container and you want to swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, head back into the beam of light and this time around make your way past the statue, which is blocking the beam of light, past the vines on the floor and then to the next section. Turn around and look to the statue and swap places with it. Once you've done that, you want to backtrack towards the mirror. Step out the beam itself and look to the statue and swap places with it again. Once you've done that, there will be a newly formed bridge behind you. Cross that bridge and then look back to the statue and swap places again. Once you've done that, stand back into the beam and head to the container that's in front of you. Swap places with the statue. This will unlock the gate behind you, allowing you to get the light. Okay, so to get the merit from the lights, turn around, swap places with the statue that is in the distance, and then you're going to want to make your way back to the mirror and turn that mirror to the right 90 degrees. Once you've done that, you want to look to your right, you'll see a new mirror in the distance. Now you need to line up with the statue, so look to the right, you'll see the statue in the distance. Swap places with the statue. And then to your right there'll be a newly formed walkway that you'll be able to walk through. And then look back to the statue again. Swap places with the statue and then swap back again immediately afterwards. This will power up the mirror, allowing you to step into the beam. And then head to this new mirror, turn it right to the 90 degrees, and you'll be able to collect the merit at the end of the bridge. Okay, so room number 5, called Defining Level, the first puzzle in this game to seriously stump me for a long time. Head up to the first mirror and you're going to rotate it to the left 45 degrees to point it across the mirror of the way. Make your way down this beam just here and you want to play the harp at the end and you want to cross over the bridges. Go past the second mirror and go all the way to the next mirror. Once you're at this next mirror, you're going to want to turn that mirror to point at the one you've just passed. So you want to turn that to the right three times. Once you've done that, there's a backtrack to the first mirror and you want to point the first mirror at the third mirror. Okay, so once you're back at the first mirror, point it over the mirror across the way, and now you'll be able to backtrack. On the way, play the harp, and now you'll be able to continue forward. Once you step back into the beams, you'll be able to keep progressing forward. Once you reach the third mirror, turn to point it at the light to form the bridge in front of it. And then once you've done that, go collect the light to finish the first part of the level. Okay, so to get the merit in this level, we're going to have to do a bit of backtracking a little bit here. So return to the mirror, the third mirror that you rotated to get the light out, and you're going to point it at this newly spawned statue that's in front of you. Once you've done that, there is also a newly spawned container to your left. Go stand on the container and swap the statue into the container. Once you have done that, you want to make your way back to that same third mirror and you're going to point it at the new formed bridges. So rotate this to the left 3 times. Cross over the bridge and you want to look at the statue and you want to swap places with the statue. Once you have done that, you're going to need to backtrack a seriously long way to the first mirror. Once you're at the first mirror, point it at the second mirror again, like you did earlier on. Turn it the right way, not the wrong way, like me. Once you've done that, head back down the beam and you want to ring the harp to cross over. Okay, so once you're at the second mirror, point it at the statue. Don't over rotate it like I do. Just point it at the statue, so turn it left 90. Now from here you're going to do a little bit of a backtrack, so go past the harp and you want to look at the statue that's in the distance from kind of this corner just here, and you want to swap places with that statue and that will place you in the beam of the second mirror, allowing you to cross the bridge that is to your left. I get a little bit disorientated here, I apologize, but cross over to the end just in front of the gate here and swap back with the statue. Okay, so once you've swapped back, you want to ring the harp, and we're going to do a spot of backtracking here again. This is all we seem to do in this level. Rotate the second mirror to create the bridge and cross over that bridge that is in the middle. And you want to head to the third mirror and you're going to point it back at the second mirror. So turn it to the left 45 degrees. From here, then you want to backtrack again. This time all the way back to the first mirror. Once you're back at that mirror, rotate it to the left to point it back at the third mirror, and then we're going to backtrack again. So head across, play the harp across the bridges. But now the second mirror in the middle is powered up. You'll be able to cross the bridge, head past the third, head to the third and rotate it and point it at the container. Head to the container and you want to swap places with the statue, opening up the gate, allowing you to get the merit. Apologies, that is a very long-winded way. If you've got a better way of doing this one, drop it in the comment sections below. Okay, so we're now in the level Obedience. First thing you want to do is you want to head over to the statue and you want to turn it around 180 degrees. Once you've done that, backtrack to the flame and then you want to swap places with the statue. Now, so once you swap places with the statue, I get a little bit confused here, but you don't want the statue inside the beam because the beam will get shut off by the statue and it will close the bridge on the left. So swap places with the statue. So don't be in the beam. Swap places with the statue, this will recharge the fire. Walk across to the beam and then make your way to the container on your right and swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, head over to the mirror and you want to turn it to the left 90 degrees. And then you want to head over to the fire and you want to stand in the fire and make your way across to the mirror. Stand in the beam to keep yourself in the darkness, so head over. You have to be quite quick here. Once you're in the beam, head to the mirror, turn it left to the 90 degrees again, and then you'll be able to make your way across to the light. For collecting the light, once you've done that, then we will head on to the merit. Okay, so once you've collected the light, you will turn around and you will have yourself a shiny new mirror. Now for this one, you want to turn that mirror to the left 90 degrees. Once you've done that, you want to make your way past that mirror and you want to head back to the old mirror and you want to spin that one around 180 degrees. Once you've spun the mirror around, head to the right and you will find a flame on the floor. Stand on the flame and then you want to make your way across to the beam that is being generated by the old mirror. Once you're at the beam by the old mirror, look to the right and you will see the statue from earlier. Swap places with that statue. Once you've swapped places with the statue, you want to backtrack to the fire. Okay, so once you are back at the fire, swap places with the statue, head to the left, and you want to follow the pathway around until you reach the second beam. Head to this middle square just here, I'm going to look back at the fire and swap places with the statue. Once you've done this, head forward. Now you're going to need to run your darkness down, and once you've done that, rotate the mirror to the right 45 degrees to point it directly at the statue. Head back to the fire, and then you want to swap places with the statue, and you'll be able to now pick up the merit to end the level. Okay, so now you'll be able to access the top floor. On this floor there is 2 levels and 2 beautiful bonus rounds. Okay, so you'll now be in the level Cage Mind. The first thing you want to do is you want to grab the relic from the statue, and you want to take that relic and you want to put it back down in the mirror at the bottom of the stairs. Once you've done that, you want to direct the mirror at the other harp, that is to your left, to turn it to the left 2 clicks, 90 degrees, and head up the stairs and look down at the harp, play it, and make your way around to the fire on the other side. Okay, so once you're on the fire, turn around and look at the statue, and you want to swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, you want to head down the stairs and you want to point the mirror at the second harp, the one that was originally pointed at in the beginning. Once you've done that, you want to look up to the statue on the left and you want to swap places with it and swap back again. This will refill your fire, and once you've done that, don't do what I do where I have a bit of a panic attack. You actually want to head up those stairs to your left. So for some reason I decided to look around a lot and waste my power. Head up to the top of the stairs, look back at the statue, swap places again to refill your fire. Once you've done that, cross over the bridge and stop at the next section to ring the harp. Once you've rung the harp, make your way around and keep ringing the harp in progress. And you want to then free the light at the end. Okay, so for this next section, you want to jump down to the light, and you want to rotate this mirror all the way around 180 degrees. Look to the statue, and you want to swap with the statue and swap back again to get some fire. I'm going to rotate that one back to the harp. Head to the top of the stairs. Look at the statue, swap places to refill the fire. Cross the bridge. Look at the statue, refill the fire. Swap back again. Play the harp. Cross to the first point. Look at the statue, swap, and then swap back again. You can see the theme going on here. Ring the harp. Look at the statue, swap and swap back again. But this time, as opposed to crossing towards the light, head to the container, swap places with the statue, and this will open the gateway to the merit. Okay, so now we are in the level Forbidden Fruit, and the first thing you want to do is the mirror directly in front of you. So the first mirror you see, you want to point it at the mirror that is on your right. So turn that 45 degrees. Once you've done that, exit the beam, and then you want to go across to the second mirror, and you want to point that at the harp that is on the left. Once you've done that, you want to make your way over to the harp, and you want to play the harp and cross it to the mirror that is just by it. Once you're at the mirror, you want to rotate it to the right 45 degrees, so one turn to the right to point it towards some of the invisible bridges across there. And once you've done that, you're going to need to backtrack. Once you're at this statue, pick up the relic, and then you want to step out of the beam. And then you want to head back across to the second mirror that is just over here. Once you're at the second mirror, rotate it to the left once. And then you want to make your way back to the first mirror. And then you want to plug in the relic into the first mirror again. This will then set up a beam across to create a bridge for you to get to the next set of mirrors. So cross over to the next mirror. And then you want to rotate this one to the right twice. So 90 degrees to the right to point it at the mirror just along the way here. Make your way across to that mirror. Once you're at that mirror, point it forward towards the light, and then this will collectively form like a cross section with the beams, allowing you to progress forward. Bring the harp and then head to the light. Okay, so once you've done that, you'll now be able to get the next merit. So we're going to do a bit of backtracking here. So follow the ledge back until you reach the mirror. So the first mirror along the way, which was the last mirror you just adjusted. Once you've done that, now you need to direct the mirror across to the third mirror, I believe it is. So point it to the right 45 degrees to power up that one. Once you've done this, head backwards, and you want to step out of the beams, and you want to go back to the first mirror you interacted with, take out the relic. Once you've done that, head over to the second mirror, drop the relic into here, and you want to rotate that one to the right 45 degrees to the harp. Once you've done that, make your way across to the harp, and you want to play the harp to get to the next mirror. Okay, so once you're at this mirror, you want to turn it to the right 90 degrees. And once you've done that, you're going to need to backtrack again. So make your way past the harp, head over to the second mirror. And once you're at the second mirror, rotate it to face the merit. Take the relic out, step out of the beam, and you're going to backtrack to the first mirror, and you're going to place the relic into the first mirror. Once you've done that, you need to rotate the mirror to the left until it points it to the mirrors on the left. Step it out of the beams, and you want to follow the pathway down. You then want to play the harp, and then you want to rotate the next mirror to the right 90 degrees, allowing you to get to the merit. Okay, so we're now on to the level Enigmatic Sight. And the first thing you want to do in this level, you want to head across to the harp that is in the background. Once you're at the harp, ring it, cross over, and you want to pull out the relic. Once you've got the relic, about turn and make your way down to the statue, and you want to drop the relic into the statue. Turn around again. Now walk up to the kind of broken bridge by the harp, and you want to swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, take a left past the statue and make your way all the way down to the end, whilst taking the relic to the mirror. Plug in the relic to the mirror and then point it at the statue. Now once you've done that, walk down to the middle of the bridge. Now look to the left of the harp. We're going to need some speed here. You need to play the harp, swap with the statue, and you want to cross the bridges, and you need to do it fast. So you're on a bit of a timer here, and if you start to run out of time, do a little hop at the end of the bridge just to cover yourself, to give yourself that little bit of extra time. Now head back towards the gate, look to the statue, and you want to swap places with the statue. Then once you've done this, head to the mirror, and you want to rotate the mirror right 45 degrees and take out the relic. Now from the edge of the beam, you need to be very kind of close here. Look to the harp, ring the harp, and you need to run. And then once you reach the harp, put the relic into the harp, play the harp, take the relic out again, and then cross over the bridge. So you need to do this in quick succession. So now ring the harp, take out the relic, and then head over to the statue. Once you're at the statue, place the relic into it, backtrack to the container, swap places, and pick up the merit. Okay, so the next bonus room is called Chaos. Now Chaos is very kind of tricky. This is one of the ones that stumped us. Head down the stairs, take out the relic from the statue, and then head over to the mirror. And then you'll rotate that mirror 45 degrees to the right. Look at the harp, ring the harp, and cross the bridges, but take a right turn. And then stand in the beam and look back at the statue. Swap places with the statue. And then head back to the mirror, stand in the beam, play the harp, cross both of the bridges in front of you to the end, and then go to the container, and then you want to swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, you want to cross the newly spawned bridge in front of you, and you want to go through the gate. Once you've gone through the gate, walk into the beam in front of you, and then just cross straight over the bridge. When you're at the next mirror, rotate that mirror to the right 90 degrees to point it at the other mirror on the other side. Make your way across to this mirror here, and you want to turn it right 3 times. So spin it to the right 3 times to point it diagonally across the map. Once you've done that, backtrack to the mirror behind you, and then you want to rotate that mirror to the right 90 degrees and point it back at this middle mirror just here. Cross over to this one, and then you want to spin this mirror around 180 degrees to point it back at the statue. Return to the mirror that you were just by, so turn around and go back. Rotate this mirror to the right 90 degrees, and then you make your way forward, so across past this mirror just here. Go to the statue, and if you look to the right, you'll be able to see the the duplicator, and swap places with the statue. And then you want to backtrack again a little bit. So go to the first mirror and remove the relic. Now rotate this mirror here to actually point at the stairs. do not get out of the beam, because otherwise you won't be able to progress further forward. You have to put the relic back in and then take it out again. Head back to the stairs a little bit, and then you want to turn around and look for the statue in the distance. Swap places with the statue. And once you've done that, backtrack to the mirror that was facing diagonally and drop the relic into this one. Once you've done that, make your way across to the beam that it is forming, and this will allow you to cross the bridge to your right, cross on over, look to your left, and then this mirror here, just point it anywhere but in anything but the direction it's currently facing, as it's blocking your way to the merit. Backtrack to the mirror with the relic in it, and then you want to point this one to the duplicator device. Walk over to the duplicator device, and then you want to swap places with the statue over by the stairs. Look to your right, you'll see a newly spawned statue. Swap with this one, and then turn around and cross the bridge for the merit. Okay, so if you've been following along successfully so far, you will bag yourself the achievement Adept for finding 20 of the collectibles. Once you reach the bridge just here as well, you'll be able to go up to the top floor, and you will also then bag yourself the achievement Doubtful Mind, which is story related. Once you're at the top, you need to wait for the area to render in, and then you're going to follow a bridge that kind of renders in front of you as you go, and this will take you into the third chapter of the game. So I'm not going to narrate this part, just follow what I do on the screen. You pretty much, again, just following things like the lights, and the area will spawn in front of you. Okay, so the warp rooms in this one in particular are actually at the bottom of wells. So as you come across each well, what will happen, the light will fly around for a bit, it will light up the well, and then you just jump on in. So once the well is rebuilt, hop on in, and you will go to the spawn rooms, where you can kind of just go about the next set of puzzles. Now in this first well, none of the actual puzzles come with any merits, so you just need to continue on as you do. And follow the rooms around in numerical order, so I will be doing the same as I was doing in the last chapter, going through rooms 1 to whatever, but in that sequential order. Okay, so this level is called Self-Exploration, and in this level they actually introduce a new mechanic. These are portals. Once you step through here, you will be permanently in the Dark World. If you step back through a portal, you will then be switched back to the light world. So as you see, when I step through, everything remains then dark. So go through the portal, head up the stairs, and then when you have the opportunity, drop down the ledge, go back through the portal, and what you'll see now is you'll switch back to the light world, allowing you to get past the vines that are on the floor. Follow the walkway all the way around. Do not go through the portal that is in front of you. Instead, take a left and go through the portal that you'll find there. And that will put you back into the dark world, but spawn a bridge in front of you. Take a left again and retrace your steps. And then this time around, before you exit this portal, you want to ring the harp before you go through. And then as you go through, you'll be able to pass the vines and make it across the bridge to free the light. Okay, so one other feature with these portals is that if you swap with a statue through the portal, you actually have to physically walk through it. If you swap with a statue that's on the other side, like I'm about to do now, this will actually keep you in the dark world or in the light world, depending on what situation you're in. So once you've made that swap, cross over the bridge to the container. Look to your right, you'll see a second statue. Swap places with that statue. Now walk back to the portal, but this time around don't go through it just yet. Look to your left, you'll see a harp, and you want to ring that harp, and then you want to make a quick move to the light that is at the end of the walkway. Okay, so for perception, you want to head over to the portal and you want to walk through it. On the other side of here, there will be a statue to your left, and then you want to swap places with the statue twice. Step back through the portal. Now, because you're in the fire world, it won't change your situation. You'll still remain in the dark world until the fire runs out. Swap places with the statue again. Make your way to the end of the container. Look back to the statue and swap back again. This will unlock the door and you'll be able to pass the vines on the floor once the darkness runs out and free the light. Okay, so for room 4, you want to walk through the portal and then you want to head across to the beam. Once you're in the beam, turn around and swap with the statue that is on the other side of the portal. And then go back through the portal. Once you've done that, look to your right, you'll see a container. Swap with the statue. And then make your way over to the mirror. And then you want to turn the mirror 45 degrees to your left. Sorry, to your right. and then you want to backtrack and cross the bridge over here. Once you're behind the gate, look to your right, swap with the statue, and then you want to go back through the portal, and then from the other side of the portal you want to look towards the statue and swap places with it. Once you've done this, you'll be able to exit the level. Now, if all has gone to plan for you here, this well here will open up and it will take you back to the top where you jumped into the well originally. That makes no sense at all, but okay. But you'll also bag yourself the achievement called Opened Eyes, which is for story progression. Once you've done this, follow the light on to the next well and jump into that well once you arrive. Okay, so for Empty Rapture, the first thing you want to do, head towards the harp, ring it, and you want to pull the relic out. Once you've done that, you need to backtrack and go to the portal. Once you're at the portal, go through, and then you want to place the relic into the statue, back through the portal, and then swap places with the statue. Look to your left, you'll find a container, and then you want to swap places with the statue. Step back through the portal, and then look to the harp, and then you want to ring the harp, and then you want to run across the bridge. Once you've done that, you should be able to get access to the light. Now, this is where the merits are now back in the game, so from the next set of levels you will find a merit in each one. Okay, so once this is all loaded up, it'll have spawned in some new stuff for you to play with. So, swap places with the statue, go through the portal. Now, play the harp that is the furthest away, and then swap back with the statue quickly. And then you want to cross over the bridge, go past the vines, and then you want to follow the path where they enter the merit. Okay, for room 2, Artifice, go through the portal, and then you want to follow the pathway around until you reach the vines on the floor. Once you're at the vines, turn around and swap places with the statue, and then you want to go backtracking to the front of the portal, and you want to walk through it. Head over to the flame. Once you're at the flame, you want to make your way around to the container. Swap the statue, and then you'll be able to cross over to the light and set it free. So once you've collected the light, you will have a brand new portal that spawns into the area. So head over to the portal and go through it. And then you want to stand on the flame that is there in front of you. Go back through the portal that you just came through. And then look to the statue and swap places with it. Okay. Go forward. And through the portal. And follow the pathway across until you reach the vines. Turn back and swap with the statue. Go back through the portal and stand on the flame. Look for the statue on the left and swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, turn around and you can pick up the merit. Okay, so room number 3. Head to the harp, and you want to ring the harp, grab the relic out of the harp, and then go through the portal that's on your left. Once you're on the other side, you want to go all the way back round to the same harp, so follow the walkway all the way around. Once you're at the harp, play it again. Head through the portal, and then you want to drop your relic into the statue. Go back behind the vines that were just in front of the statue, and then do a quick swap. And then you want to go through the portal, ring the harp, and cross the bridges. Once you've done that, head over to the container, and then swap places with the statue. Take the relic out of the statue. And then you want to make your way back to the front of the portal. So before you go through, you need to ring the harp, go through the portal, and then you want to cross over to the second harp. Place in the relic, take a right, and then you want to make your way across to the light. Okay, so once you've freed the light, backtrack to the relic and take it out of the harp. Once you've done that, you want to go through the portal, which is to your left. Once you've done this, place the relic into the statue. Now you need to make your way to the harp that is behind you. There is a ledge just to the left of it, and you need to do a switch with the statue. And then you need to ring the harp that's in front of you and cross the bridges that it creates. Stand in front of the vines and swap with the statue. Play the harp and then head back to the statue and take out the relic. Go all the way back to the portal by following the path as I do here. Ring the harp, and then cross over the bridge. Head to the harp here, the second harp. Place in the relic, ring the harp. Pick up the relic, cross over, place the relic into the statue. Go behind the vines and to the ledge that is just on the left. Swap places with the statue. Go back past the harp and past the second harp and go through the portal. Look to the statue in the distance, swap places, and then make your way across to your merit. Okay, so room 4, a Hymn of Lies. Take the relic out of the statue, and we're going to put the relic into the mirror. So head across to the mirror. Once you've done that, rotate the mirror to the right 90 to point it at the container. Step out of the beam, and then go through the portal. Look back at the statue. Swap places with the statue. Go back through the portal. Go to your left, and you want to make your way over to the container. Walk across the bridge that the beam creates. Look to the statue, and swap places with the statue. Head back to the container, and then swap with the statue, and this will open up the pathway for you to get the light. Okay, so now we need to do a bit of backtracking. So go to the left of the vines. Look at the statue and swap places. Go through the portal again. Look back at the statue and swap places with it. To your left you'll find a bridge. Cross over the bridge. Again, swap with the statue. Go through the portal and make your way across to the container. Swap with the statue, and to your left there'll be some vines on the floor that you need to go past. Look back at the statue, swap places, go through the portal. And then once you're on the other side of the portal, swap places with the statue. This will allow you to play the harp and get the merit. Okay, so for Artificial Virtue, go through the portal straight away, and then there's a duplicator. So make your way around the path and you'll find the duplicator. Look to your left and you'll spot a statue. Swap places with the statue. And then you want to swap with the far statue. So look to the right and change places with that one. And then you want to grab the relic out of the harp. Make your way back to the duplicator. And swap with the statue again. Now go through the portal. And we want to go put the relic into the statue. And then swap with the statue on the far side. Head over to the harp and stand by the harp. Swap with the statue. Go through the portal. Now you want to ring the harp, swap with the statue, and you're going to need to move quickly here. So cross over, head over the bridge, and you'll be able to get past the vines. Swap places with the statue. Stand in the container and swap back if you didn't quite make that hit, and then you can free the light. Okay, now to get your hands on the merit. Look at the statue and swap places. Go across to the duplicating thingy again. And then you want to swap with the statue to duplicate it. Go across to the statue and you're going to take out the relic. Once you've done that, head back to the harp. And you're going to place the relic into the harp, play the harp, pick up the relic again. And cross the bridge, of course. Once you've made it across to the side, you'll see a mirror. Place the relic in the mirror and turn it to the left 90 degrees. Once you've done that, take the relic out of the mirror, but you don't want to leave the beam of light. So, for some reason here I decided to turn around. Take the relic out. Walk down to the end of the walkway in front of the gate. Look to your right and edge around a little bit if you need to, and swap places with the statue. Go towards the harp. Place the relic in the harp. Play the harp. Cross the bridge. Grab the relic on the way as well at the same time. Place the relic into the mirror. Turn the mirror 90 degrees. Look back at the statue. Swap places. Go back into the beam and go past the statue. Pick up the relic in the process. Place the relic into the statue. Step out of the darkness. Swap places with the statue. Go behind the vines and pick up the merit. Okay, so for the next level, you want to go through the portal that is directly in front of you. Once you're through that portal, you need to ring the harp. Cross over the bridge on the left. And then you want to turn the mirror that is at the end of this walkway 90 degrees to the left. Once you've done that, backtrack and play the harp, and then go back through the portal. Head back to the flame, stand on the flame, and then go to the mirror. Turn the mirror to the right 90 degrees, walk all the way down to the end, look to the right, play the harp, go through the portal and play the other harp, and then back through the portal to the light. Okay, so now it's time to pick up the merit. So go to the portal and go through it. And from the other side, play the harp, go back through the portal and cross over the bridge that the harp puts together. And you want to follow the pathway all the way around until you get to the front of the portal. Once you're there, go through the portal. I'm going to look to play the harp, go to the left and cross over the bridge to the new mirror. Once you're there, rotate the mirror, pick up the relic, about turn and go back to the second mirror, and then place the relic into the second mirror, turn it to the left too, head back to the beam from the other mirror, play the harp and cross over the bridge, go through the portal again and into the beam of the second mirror, rotate this mirror to the right twice, follow the beam to the end of the walkway, look to the left and turn this beam to the right 90 degrees, head down, and then you can follow the rest of the pathway to the merit. Okay, so from the start of this level, take the relic out of the statue, and then you want to go through the portal and head over to the mirror. Put the relic in the mirror and turn it to face you. Head over to the container and look back at the statue and swap. Go through the portal, head towards the mirror, and then you want to turn the mirror to the right 90 degrees. Head across the place, and then you want to walk down to the duplicator that's on the end here. Turn around, and then swap with the statue. And then swap with the statue at the top, and then you want to make your way over to the light and set it free. Okay, now to pick up the merit for this level. From behind the gate, swap places with the statue on the right. Head to the relic mirror, and then you want to turn that left 45 degrees. Head back over to the portal and go back through it. Look to the statue and swap places with it, the one behind the gate in the far distance. Follow the pathway that is to your left, and you will find a mirror here. Turn that mirror to face 145 degree turn to the right. From next to that mirror, swap places with the statue. Go through the portal. Swap places with the statue again. And you want to turn this mirror to the left 90 degrees, the correct direction, and then you'll be able to walk all the way down. You'll be able to ring the harp, and then you'll be able to cross the bridge and get the merit. Okay, for room 4, Absolute Power, you want to head across to this mirror here and you want to grab the relic out of it. And you want to point the mirror towards the portal, step out of the darkness, and you want to head to the second mirror just over here and you want to rotate that to face you. Go through the portal, and then you want to also rotate this mirror to face you. Place the relic in this mirror. Follow the beams of light back through the portal and keep following them towards the end, and keep walking towards the light and you'll be able to pick it up. Okay, so now to get the merit, turn around and there'll be a statue to swap with. So swap with the statue, head over to the 4th mirror, and you want to rotate that one till it faces you. Head over to the relic mirror, and then this way here, and then you want to swap over with the statue. Now you want to backtrack, go through the portal again, and head to the relic mirror. Take out the relic, put it in the statue. Go back through the portal, swap places with the statue, and then follow the path around, passing the mirrors along the way. Look here through the left of the gap and you'll swap places with the statue. Go back through the portal, swap places with the statue again, and you'll be able to cross the paths to get to the merit. Okay, so for the level Death of the Dream, what a beautiful title. Head over to the statue and you want to take the relic out, and then once you've done that, go through the portal, and then you want to go over to the first mirror and you want to place the relic into the mirror. Rotate that mirror to face you, and then you want to follow the pathway down. Stop at the junction just here and then swap places with the statue. Go back through the portal, and then follow the pathway around past the vines. Stop at just the edge here and swap places with the statue again. Make your way across to the mirror. Rotate that to the left 90 degrees and take out the relic. Head back to the intersection, and this time go through the portal. Look to the statue and swap places with the statue. And then cross the bridge that's in front of you to the next mirror. Turn this mirror to face you and place the relic in. And now backtrack. Look to the statue and swap places. And then go through the portal. Go past the statue and into the beam of light and follow the pathway up. And you're going to take out the relic from the mirror, turn around, backtrack to the statue, swap places with it. Follow the pathway around until you reach the mirror just here, and place the relic into this mirror. Head back, take a right and follow the pathway around. And from behind the vines, swap places with the mirror. The statue, sorry. Head over to the mirror, rotate it to the left 90. Come out of the beam of light and stand in the container. Swap places with the statue. Head over to the mirror, which has got the relic in it, and turn that mirror to face you. You'll be able to then turn around and go free the light. Now to bag yourself the merit for this level, turn to look at the statue from where you are behind the gate and swap places with it. Turn around, make your way past the mirror, rotate that 90 degrees to the right on the way, and keep following the walkway down. Head to the beam of light, swap with the statue. Look to the left, go past the vines that are on the floor. Swap with the statue yet again. Go through the portal. Swap with the statue. Walk forward in front of you and follow the pathway around until you get your merit. Okay, for room 2, the long night. Walk through the portal in front of you and swap with the statue that is in the distance. Look to your right, you'll see a container. Turn around and you'll spot another statue which you want to swap places with. Go over to the portal, go through it and walk the way down to the other end and go through the other portal. Stand in the container, look at the statue on the right, swap places, look to the harp on the left, play it, and then you want to run around until you get to the light. Okay, so for the next merit that's going to bag you the achievement, Expert, head over to the newly spawned mirror, rotate it to the left twice, follow it to the end of the walkway, and swap places with the statue that's in the distance. Walk forward, go through the portal, swap places with the statue, head back to the first mirror, and you want to grab the relic out of that mirror, turn around, and then head to the mirror that is on your right, and place the relic in it and turn it to face you. Head to the end of the walkway, swap with the statue, go through the portal, look back at the same statue and swap places with it, turn around back to the mirror, take out the relic, step it out of the darkness, place the relic into the harp, play the harp, take the relic out, and then place the relic into the mirror and point the mirror to the merit to complete the level. Okay, so for the bonus level Majestic Abomination, which is a phrase I use to quite commonly describe myself, head over to this statue that's at the back here with the relic in it, and the first thing you want to do is grab the relic out of the statue, and you're going to place it straight into the mirror that's next to it, and you want to rotate this mirror to the right 90 degrees. Now you want to make your way past the statue, and in front of you there will be a portal. Head through this portal. Once you're on the other side of the portal, swap places with the statue, and you want to loop back around and go through the same portal again. Once you're on the other side, continue down to this junction here, and then you want to walk into the second statue's beam and make your way across to the container. When you're at the container, look back at the statue and swap places, and then you want to head across to the mirror that is powering the statue right now, and you want to face that mirror towards you. Head over to another mirror that is behind you, and you want to turn that to the left 45 degrees. Follow the bridge that it creates and go through the gate, and you want to follow this pathway around until you reach another mirror. Now once you reach this mirror, turn it around and you want to point it at the portal. Once you've done that, you need to backtrack to the second mirror, and you want to point that mirror to the statue. Okay, so once you're at the statue, turn it to the right 90 degrees to power the statue up. Walk across to this middle section just here, look at the statue and swap places with it. Once you've done that, you want to go back through the portal. And then you want to take the relic out of the first mirror that is to your right. Once you've done that, backtrack to your portal and go through it again. Now head over to the second mirror, and we're going to rotate this one. I'm going to rotate it to the left, so 45 degrees. Place your relic in the statue, and you want to stand by the edge of the portal just here and swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, take out the relic from the statue, head across to the first mirror, and you'll place the relic into the mirror again. Swap places with the statue, putting it next to the first mirror, and then head over to the section here and follow the pathway around. Once you're at the other end, you can play the harp to form the bridges together. Enter the beam that is powering this harp originally. Ring it again if you need to. Ring the second harp and cross both of the bridges to get your merit. Okay, so we are now in the next level, which is room 4, which is called Vivid Nightmare. So once you're in this level, the first thing you're going to need to do is go through the portal. You'll step on the flame on the way around, but just drain it off on the vines. Once you're through the portal, follow the pathway around and you'll find a duplicator at the end. Turn to look at the statue, swap with the statue, and then a statue will spawn on your right. Swap with that statue. Once you've done that, turn around, head to the left and you'll find a bridge that has been put there. And then swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, go through the portal. And you want to go back across the flame. Walk down to the edge just near the entrance here. Look to your left and swap places with the statue in the distance. Turn around to your right and drain the darkness, but step into the mirror. Rotate that one 90 degrees to the left and take the relic out. Backtrack, and you want to go up the stairs, and you want to go up the stairs around the gate. Once you're at the top, look to your left and there'll be a safe spot to drop down. And then take a right, stand on the fire, look to your left and swap with the statue. And then go past the statue standing on the fire along the way. Now you need to follow the walkway around to the left. Once you've run out of fire, place this relic into the mirror that is on the left. Walk forward until you get to the vines. Look back at the statue and swap places. Walk forward. Drain your power on the vines, and then you want to go past the statue that you've just swapped with. Past the second set of vines, turn around and look at your statue and swap places with that one. Swap back again. Look to your left and that mirror will now be powered up, allowing you to walk across the bridge to the merit. So this now completes this chapter. Once you're done with it, you need to jump into the well, and then you need to follow the light up the stairs to a tree, and you'll bag yourself the achievement/trophy, the Tree of Lies. And then you need to keep following the lights until you have a cutscene, and that will allow you to continue forward with the rest of the game. So you'll now be in the chapter Redemption, and pretty much for this area in particular, you just need to kind of keep walking forward. Each level is at the top of a new set of stairs, so just keep following the path forward and the lights will set things up as you go. Okay, so you'll now be in the level Awakening, which introduces a new mechanic. We have these eyes. As long as you're looking at the eye, you will be in the darkness. The moment you break eye contact with it, the darkness switches off. It has a particular circle, so as long as it's in that kind of circle, and the receptacle is looking at the eye, it will keep you in the dark, which makes things a little bit more trickier because you can see right now I'm edging across a bridge that I can't actually look at, which is spawned because of the darkness. So as long as the area doesn't go red like there, you shouldn't fall down. So use the eye across the bridge. Now as you're coming up to this section in particular, you don't want to make contact with the eye because you won't be able to get past the vines. So you're going to need to edge to the right. So to make this easier, look at the ground. Once you're past the vines, look up. You'll be on a container. And then you'll be able to make contact with the eye. And behind the eye is a statue that you can swap places with to go and get the light. There are no merits in the first few levels. Okay, for the second area in the new level, this one's called New Angle. Head straight forward, play the harp, and then you want to look at the statue once you've crossed over, and the eye at the same time. Swap places. Look at the harp again, play the harp. Cross over, but this time go to the left as opposed to the right, and make your end to the end of the walkway where you'll find a container. From the container, look at the statue via the eye, swap places, look to your right, and now you can go pick up the light again. Okay, for room number 3, Forgotten Truth, take a look at your right, you'll find an eye. This will make a bridge, and now you'll find another new mechanic with the eye. You can pick it up, and as long as it's in your hand, you are in the dark world. So pick up the eye and use it to cross over the bridges. You want to head up the left or the right stairwell, it doesn't really matter, they're exactly the same. When you're at the top, drop the eye, and at the end there is a container. Turn around and look at the statue and swap back again with the statue. Pick up the eye one more time, and then you want to head over to the other side. Now for this bit you can actually just rinse and repeat, and once you've done that you will be able to unlock the light. Okay, for the next room, Call of Unity. So go towards the eye and it will enable the harp for you. Play the harp, pick up the eye, and then you want to about turn and you want to go next to the statue that you've just walked past. And you want to drop the eye next to this statue. Once you've done that, turn around, look at the harp again, play the harp from the distance, and then you want to cross over the bridge. On the other side of the harp, look back at the eye, and then play the harp again, and cross the bridge to your left. Follow the pathway around, and then you want to look towards the eye and the statue, and when the prompt appears on the screen, you can swap places with the statue. Go to the eye, you can pick it up in this case if you need to, if it's easier. Drop the eye, and then you want to ring the harp again from the darkness and cross over the two bridges that are there. Follow the pathway around to the top to find the light. Now the next set of levels will start containing the merits. As you're going through the next area in particular, you will bag the achievement Unity. Okay, so on to the next level, which is called Alliance. Look to your left, you see an eye. Once that's powered up, head across the bridge and pick up the eye. Once you've done that, backtrack over the same bridge. Drop the eye down and then swap places with the statue. Walk back across the bridge whilst looking at the eye and pick it up. And then put it back where you found it. Head around to the other side of the eye, look at the statue, swap places with the statue, and again walk towards the eye without breaking eye contact with it. Go past it this time to the right, into the container, look back at the eye and the statue, and swap places. Once you've done that, pick up the eye, cross over the bridge again, cross over the second bridge, and then stop when you're facing the statue and swap with the statue that is on the far side, and you will find yourself at the light. Okay, so for this next section, you want to go across to the duplicator that you used earlier and swap places with the statue. Pick up the eye, turn around, and then you want to backtrack where you see some vines to your left and you want to drop the eye, go past the vines, turn around and look back at the eye, and that will power up the beam that is on your left hand side, allowing you to walk across the bridge that's in front of you. Once you get to this gap on your left, turn around and swap places with the statue. Once you've done that, backtrack to the eye, look at the eye, cross over the bridge, break contact with the eye and go in past the vines. Turn around, look at the eye to strike up the beam again. Turn to your right, you'll see the statue, swap places with the statue. Go past the vines that are on the floor and pick up at the merit on your right. So the next level is called Vanguards. Head forward straight to that eye that's in front of you from the beginning, and you want to pick it up. Once you've got hold of it, backtrack across the bridge, and you want to drop the eye on the bridge that is to the right of where you started. Now, without breaking contact with the eye, backward walk across the bridge, turn around, and then you want to go through the portal. Once you've gone through the portal, play the harp, and then you want to cross the bridges, so go via the right bridge in this case. Make your way back to the front of that portal, and then you want to go through the portal. Sorry, before you go through the portal, play the harp, and then go through the portal. Continue straight forward and take a right at the end and go past the vines. Once you're past those vines, you'll get to this kind of intersection just here. Look to your right, stare at the eye, and then you need to walk backwards over the bridge. Once you're across the bridge, turn around and you will find the light. So for the merit, you need to backtrack to the eye. So turn around, walk towards the eye, and follow the pathway back to the eye. Once you're at the eye, pick it up, turn around, you want to take a right, and then you want to drop the eye, and then you want to play the harp. Once you've done that, pick up the eye, go across the bridge to the right and drop the eye at that end. Go past the vines, keep walking down, and then turn around and look at the eye. It will make a bridge appear behind you and walk backwards across to the bridge. Once you've crossed the bridge, turn around and pick up merit number 34. We're now on the level Confrontation. So head around and look at the eye. Now, without breaking contact with the eye, and this is incredibly fiddly, this bit, you can slide off the edge. It's a bit frustrating. There is a bridge underneath you and you need to keep sliding across. You'll see the blue bridge just in the bottom right hand corner here. Don't break contact with the eye. You'll need to do this a few times also in this level. Once you're across, you can break contact with it and swap places with the relic statue that is just there. Once you've done that, turn around and you will find a container behind you. Follow the pathway around to the unpowered statue and then to the container that is behind it. Look to the right, face the eye, and then you'll be able to swap with the statue that has got the relic in it in the far corner. And then re-edge across the bridge again to the right. Whilst looking at the eye, swap with the statue that's behind it. Look at the relic statue, head over. Take the relic out of the statue and backtrack to the eye. Look at the eye and swap with the statue again, and then edge across the edgy bridge without falling down and breaking contact with the eye. And once you reach this other side, as you can see, I don't trust myself with this at all. Look at the statue and swap places with it, and then in the statue that is just sat in the middle, place the relic in. Make your way to the container that is behind it, turn around and face it and swap places with it. Head back to the other container, look towards the eye again and swap places with the statue that's in the distance, and then from here you should be able to walk across to the light and set it free. Okay, so to get hold of the merit, turn around and you want to backtrack to the end of this ledge here, but don't cross over the bridge. Swap places with the statue on the far side, and then you want to head over to the relic statue and take the relic out of here. Once you've done that, go back to the container behind you. Once you're at that container, look at the eye again and swap back with the same statue from earlier. Turn to your left and go back towards where you freed the light and place the relic into the harp. Once you've done that, turn around, look back at the eye yet again. Swap places with the statue in the corner. Make your way to the other statue, but in this time, instead of doing anything, go left past the statue. Stand behind the harp and look at the eye through the harp, and you'll be able to play the harp, turn around and cross the bridge. Look to your left and play the relic harp and go across and get the merit. Okay, for this next one, which is called Judgment, head forward and you want to turn this first mirror right 90 degrees. Once you've done that, walk to the end of the walkway and on your right you will find an eye. Once you've done that, head back to the mirror and you want to rotate that one to the left 90 degrees. Make your way to the end of the walkway. Look to the left and swap with the statue that is in the distance. Turn to the right, you'll find a mirror. Rotate that mirror to the left all the way around 180. Doesn't have to be to the left, I don't know why I said that. Look at the eye to power up. This will power up the beam that is going across the bridge and will allow you to get to a container. Look to the distance, you'll spot a statue and swap places with it. Head to this mirror, turn it around 180 degrees and you'll be able to reach the light and set it free. This merit's a nice quick kind of win. I spent ages trying to figure it out and it only takes a few seconds actually to go get it. Head back to that mirror and you want to turn that mirror to the left 45 degrees. Go across to the harp bridge. Look at the eye and this will power up the beam and hit you. Play the harp and go get the merit. Okay, so now for the level Generosity. go over to the eye and pick it up. And cross the bridge that's directly in front of you. Go left and you'll find a mirror. Head over to this mirror and drop the eye. Rotate the mirror 180 degrees in the direction you feel like. Once you've done that, backtrack, head to the left and go past the vines. Take a right and then head down to this flame. Turn around, swap with the statue. Look to the left at the eye and walk forward, and then you want to go right past the vines and then head right back to the statue, but this time stand on the flame. Backtrack to kind of the intersection just here and then look back at the statue and swap places with it. Once you've done that, swap back again. Go across the bridge that is just to your left. Follow the pathway around. Once you're here by the bridge by the harp, look to the left and you'll see the eye again. This will boot up the mirror. And you play the harp and cross the bridges and get to the light. Okay, so now for our merit, you want to do a spot of backtracking, so go back to the eye. Once you're back at the eye, pick it up, and then you want to go to the crossroad, so about turn. When you're at the crossroad, drop the eye. Head back up and then you want to go to the flame. So past the vines, take a right and you will find the flame on the floor with the statue on top of it. Stand on it. Now backtrack to the cross section. Turn around and look at the statue and swap back with it again. Once you've done that, head forwards. Look at the eye and walk backwards over the bridge. Once you're on the other side of the bridge, swap places with the statue and make your way back to the flame. Then head back to the crossroad. Look to the statue on the right. Swap places with the statue. Look to your right and then play the harp from a distance. Now you'll need to be quick here. Now you only need to go across the first bridge and then you can take a right. Now once you get near to this second harp, look down the way, look at the eye and then swap places with the statue. Head over to the flame. Stand on the flame and go back to the crossroads again. And once you're back at the crossroads, look to the right to the statue. And with what little firepower you have left, look at the harp, play the harps and cross over and pick up the merit. So the next level is equality, which is meaning all the puzzles are nice and equally hard. You want to head straight across this area here and go to the mirror that is on the right of when you enter. And you want to rotate that mirror 90 degrees towards yourself. Once you've done that, backtrack, look at the eye, and it will switch the beam on. Head back to that mirror and rotate it back to its original position, and follow the pathway across. Look to your left, you'll spot a harp, ring the harp, and then you want to cross the two bridges that are in front of you, across to a mirror that has a relic in it. Now you want to rotate that mirror 180 degrees, and take the relic. Cross over the bridge that it forms. Look to your left. Just step out of the darkness to get rid of the vines, and then keep following the pathway around until you reach the next mirror. Now for this mirror, you want to rotate it to face you. Then you want to go back to the first mirror that you rotated in the beginning. And you want to rotate that one to the right after you place the relic into it. So rotate it so it faces you, creating a kind of cross section in front of you. Head around to the other mirror, turn around and look at the light to boot that mirror up. Look to your left, and then you want to follow the beams of light until you reach a harp. Once you're at the harp, play the harp and cross the bridges to get the light. Now, once you've freed your buddy Light, there is a new mirror that will have spawned in. So head across to this new mirror, and you want to rotate this one to the left 90 degrees, and then you want to backtrack to the mirror that has the relic in it. Once you're back at this mirror, you want to remove the relic, and then you want to go away from this mirror and back to kind of the second one. Once again, turn around and look at the eye to boot the beams up, and then you want to follow the beams to the end. Look to your right. Now from this beam you need to play the harp from a distance. Once you get to this harp, put the relic in. This will then allow you to play it again and cross the bridge that is to your left. Make sure you grab the relic out of that harp before you go. And you want to place it into the final mirror and rotate that 180 degrees. And then collect your merit. So for the next level, Endeavour, the first thing you want to do is you want to head around to the statue that is at the back. Once you're there, look at the eye in the distance to put a bridge between you two. Head over and pick up the eye and then put it down next to the statue. Once you've done that, you want to walk towards the mirror that is at the other end. But this time, turn around and look at the eye to form a bridge behind you. And you're going to have to walk backwards across the bridge. Pretty sketchy, but it's fine. You can't die, you respawn. And then with the mirror, you want to turn that mirror around to the right 90 degrees. And then you want to look back at the eye and cross back over the same bridge. From here, make your way back to kind of the beginning area. and line up with the light walkway. Look at the eye and then swap places with the statue that's in the distance. Now pick up the eye and move it back to its original location. Drop it without breaking contact with it like I do. Backtrack across the bridge. Look to your left and then you want to follow the walkway around and walk to this kind of intersection just here where there's a gap. Look at the eye again and then with complete trust walk backwards across the bridge that is there. You'll then end up in a beam from the mirror you've just adjusted. Walk to the end of the walkway to your left, swap places with the statue, backtrack to that eye and that intersection, look at the eye again, walk back across in faith over the bridge, back into the beam of light, look to your left, and then you want to swap places with the statue to put it in the container, and that will get you access to the light. Okay, now for the merit. This one will take a little while. Based on my notes, there's a lot of steps for this one. You want to head back to the statue, and you want to look at the eye. Cross the bridge that it forms, and you want to head over to the eye. So follow the pathway around until you reach it. Now once you're at the eye, line yourself up with the statue and swap places with the statue. Now walk forward, still looking at the eye and don't break contact. Take a left, make your way kind of back to the entrance area. Look at the statue and the eye again and swap places with the statue. Look at the eye, pick it up and readjust it if you need to. My eye was kind of like in the wrong location, I believe, here. So drop it back in the floor in the same spot, keeping eye contact with it. Walk backwards across the bridge. Break eye contact with it and head to the left. And make your way around to the intersection. Look at the eye. Walk backwards over the bridge again. Into the beam of light. Walk to the end of the walkway, but keep going up until you reach these vines where you can't go any further. Look to the statue and then swap places. Okay, so once you've swapped places with the statue, we're going to go see our friend the eye again. So follow the walkway around and backtrack to the eye. Once you get to the eye, pick the eye up. And then take it back across the bridge to the other side and put it down on the floor. Once you've done that, retrace your steps past the vine and then just in front of the mirror, turn around and look at the eye. And then you're going to walk backwards across the bridge. Once you're at the mirror, you need to stop the mirror from pointing at the statue, so rotate it in any direction that you feel is good. Once you've done this, look back at the eye and cross over the bridge. Break eye contact with the eye, and then you want to put it back into its original spot. Now once it's back in its original location, look at the statue in the distance and swap places with it. Look to your left now, you'll be able to get past the vines. Look back to the statue and eye and swap places with it again. Once again, pick up your friend the eye and move it back to the other side. And we need to correct the mirror that has just been unadjusted. So go past the vines, turn around and look at the eye and walk backwards across the bridge. And reposition your mirror to the correct way, so pointing it back at the statue. Okay, so once you've done that, we'll now need to put the eye back into the same spot again. So cross over the bridge, break contact with the eye and move it to its original location where you found it. And then from there, we can swap back with the statue again. So pick it up, put it down, look at the statue and swap places. And then you'll be on the other side, you'll be able to play the harp and pick up your merit. Okay, so for the next one, this is called Evolution. You want to head straight forward and you want to go through the portal. Once you're through the portal, follow the pathway around and in front of you will be a statue. Swap places with it. Turn to your right, you'll find an eye, and then you want to pick this eye up. Turn around and you want to move the eye to the end of the bridge, and you want to put it back down again. Look to the statue on your right, swap places with it. Once you've done that, you want to head over to this mirror here and you want to turn it to the left 3 times. Once you've done that, go back through your portal. Once you've done that, look at the eye and then swap the statue that's right next to it. Pick up the eye and then you want to return it to its original position. Return back to the other end and look at the eye to boot up the beam behind you. Swap places with one of the statues, so the one on the inside of the portal. Head over to the mirror and rotate it 45 degrees to the right. Walk forward until you reach the gap on your right, and then look at the eye, and that will power up the pathway to the light. Okay, so once you have freed the light, now it's time to get your merit. So walk towards the vines. The vines are on your right. So look to the distance, play the harp. Go past the vines. And make your way across the first bridge. It's going to be very close. Probably not the right way to solve it, but it seemed to work. You might have to jump, but pick up the merit and you are done with this level. Also, after this merit, you will bag yourself the Master Achievement, which is for collecting 40 out of 46 of the merits. 6 more to go, and you are done with the collectibles. On to the next level. Okay, so for rejuvenation, first thing you want to do is you want to take a right, Head over to the mirror, and you want to rotate it to the right 90 degrees. Once you've done that, there is an eye nearby that you need to look at. Look to your left, and that will boot up the mirror. Ring the harp that is in the distance and cross over the bridge. And then from here, because you run out of time, look at the eye through the mirror, the harp, sorry. Ring it again, and then cross over to the beam of light. Look to your right, and you'll find the second mirror that you need to adjust. Turn this mirror 180 degrees in the direction of your choice. Look to your left, and you will find another mirror which you need to turn to the left 90 degrees. From here, play the harp that is in the distance, and you want to cross over the bridge. And then, same with the other harpers on the other side, look at the eye through the harp, and you can ring it. And then cross over the bridge to the other side. Now, if you break eye contact here, look at the eye again to boot the beam up so it hits you. Stand in the container, turn around and you'll see a statue. Swap places, this will open the gate and you can get to the light. Okay, once you have got your light, you are going to go on for a merit. So here, look to your left, you'll find a relic harp. Play the harp, grab the relic, and backtrack. From behind the gate, look at the eye, and swap places with the statue that is in the distance. So you need to backtrack. And then there is a mirror that you need to rotate, so follow the pathway around. Rotate this mirror here in front of you to the left 90 degrees to point it at the other mirror. Cross over to that same mirror and rotate this one to the right 90 degrees. Cross over again. Go to the harp. Now the next bridge to your right you will fall through if you're not careful. So look at the eye, through the harp, play the harp, and cross the bridge. When you get to the mirror, place the relic in this mirror, and turn this mirror left 90 degrees, pointing it towards the merit. Play the harp from a distance, cross over the first bridge, and then the same as before because you don't have enough time. Look at the eye through the harp, ring the harp and cross the bridge again. Walk into the beam of light, look to the right, follow the mirrors, rotate this one to the left, 90 degrees, and to the next one, do the same thing. Now just move to the edge of the darkness area by this one, and look to the statue in the distance and swap places with the statue. Once you've swapped places, play the harp that is on your left, cross the bridges and go into the beam of light to get the merit. So now we're on the level Fate of Our Own. There's a lot going on in this level, so it takes a little while to do. You want to go to the eye. So look at the eye, keep eye contact with it, and head over to it and pick it up. Once you've got your hands on it, you want to go to the statue. So head to the middle. You can just plonk the eye down by the statue. Looking at the eye, you want to walk backwards over the 2 bridges behind you. So don't break eye contact with it, walk backwards until you get to the container at the end. Okay, once you've done that, swap places with the statue, and that will put it into the container at this end. And then you want to grab the eye and return it to its original spot. Okay, once you've put the eye down, turn around, and you want to go to the top of this kind of ledge with the 2 stairs, and then you want to look back at the eye to boot up the mirror beam to your left, swap places with the statue, and then go past the vines that are on the floor just to your right. Once you've done that, look at the eye, and this will power up the mirror beam again. Cross over the bridge to your right, look at the eye and cross over the bridge and stand next to the eye. Now go to the other side of the eye, and what you're going to want to do is swap places with the statue so it is next to the eye. Once you've done this, walk forward to the eye and you want to pick it up, turn around, head to the right, and you want to drop the eye in front of this kind of crossroad where the mirror is. Head towards the mirror, but break out of the beam so that you are no longer in darkness, and you want to rotate this mirror, and you want to rotate it to the right 45 degrees. Now, without looking at the eye because the vines get in the way, walk past the vines. Once you've done that, head over to the eye, past the vines that are on the floor, look at it, and then you want to walk backwards across the bridge behind you. Once you've done that, you'll be in line with the beam that allows you to play the harp, that allows you to cross the 2 bridges. By the 2 bridges there is a container, and you want to look back across and you will see the statue in the difference, and it's in line with the eye. Swap places with the statue and that will open up the gate that is on the other side. Turn around, drop down, go back to your eye, and you want to pick it up. Now move the eye right back to the entrance and place it on the far left hand side. Once you've done that, you want to kind of backtrack a little bit and you want to go past the vines that are straight in front of you. And we're going to do something that's a little bit tricky now. So turn around and look at the eye. This will make the bridge spawn behind you. Walk backwards across this bridge into the beam of the light. Play the harp. Cross the first bridge. Now from the left hand side of the harp, look at the eye, and then you're going to walk backwards across another bridge. Now try not to let the eye get broken by the wall, otherwise you will fall down from the bridge. Once you've done that, turn around and you'll be by the light. Okay, once you are by the beam of light, it's now time to get your merit. And you're going to go back to the eye and you're going to go pick it up. Once you've picked it up, you're going to make your way to this kind of cross section just here, and you're going to place it in line with the mirror. So drop it on the floor, look at the eye, and then you're going to swap places with the statue. Walk towards the eye, and go past the vines that are on your right. Look at the eye and go backwards across 3 bridges. Once you've crossed all 3 bridges, swap places with the statue that is right next to the eye. Head over to the mirror. And turn the mirror to the left by 1. Go past the vines. Look to your right and make eye contact with the statue to power up the beam. Look to your left, ring the harp, and very quickly make a move to the right and swap with the statue. And then cross over the bridge to get the merit. Okay, so now for the level ground overhaul. Follow the pathway and over to the eye. Swap places with the statue that is on the other side of the portal. Break eye contact with the eye so you can get past the vines. Now look at the eye and swap places with the statue. Pick up the eye and go through the portal. Go past the statue and go to the right. Once you're at the end of this walkway, just drop the eye down. Turn around and look at the statue. Swap places with it. Go through the portal. Go to the left, kind of by the entrance. Look at the eye to power it up. You want to ring the harp, and you want to go across the first bridge. Look through the harp, ring it, and then go across the second bridge. Make eye contact with the eye, and swap places with the statue to put it into the container. Make your way around to the second harp. Standing by the broken bridge, look at the eye, and then you'll be able to swap with the statue that's in the distance. Now whilst you're over here, you want to play the harp that's on the right, switch with the statue very quickly and cross the bridge to get to the light. Can be a little tricky at times, remember to jump if you're going to run out of time. And now for the merit. This is actually a very quick one. I am 100% sure I have not solved this properly, but it works. Look at the mirror, and you want to rotate it to the left 45 degrees. Head across here to this particular gap. Look at the eye, stare at it, and you'll jump up to the top for some reason. And then you can just walk to the merit and pick it up. Yeah, that's probably wrong, but it works and you get the merit. I hope that helps. Sorry. Okay, so we are now on Revolution. First thing you want to do is you want to go straight through the portal in front of you. Once you're on the other side of the portal, look back at the statue and swap places with it. Go forward through the portal, and the mirror that's over here, you want to turn it right 45 degrees. Go through the portal again and to the container that is on the other side. Turn around and swap back with your statue. Go through the portal. Now we want to turn this first mirror here towards the statue. Head down to the second mirror over here and point it towards you so it's facing down the walkway. Head back to the end of this corner and then look at the mirror and look up and you'll find an eye. Look to the statue. Sorry, not to the statue. Head to the other mirror. Rotate it to the right 90 degrees. Head to the statue and swap places with the statue. This will duplicate one on the other side of the portal, so look to your right and swap places with that one. And now you'll be able to follow the walkway to the end to find the light. Okay, so now for your relic, about turn, and you'll find a powered up mirror, and you want to rotate this one to the left 3 times. Now we're going to backtrack to the mirrors on the other side. And go to this mirror and you want to rotate it 90 degrees to the right. Now walk back to this area over here and you want to do a little jump, and what will happen is that the bridge will appear underneath you once you hit the light and you'll be able to step up. Follow the pathway back around. To the relic mirror. And you want to rotate it to the left once. Step out of the beam of light. Turn around and you want to swap places with the statue. Swap back again and you'll be able to go pick up the merit behind you. Okay, so now you'll be coming up at a place called the Garden of Merits. Now, here you can read all of the merits that you've picked up along the way, and it gives you more information about the story. One of the things you have to watch out for, and this is the mistake that I made, and it caused some continuity errors in the video. I mean, I still show you how to solve all the puzzles and get all the achievements. Just do not go to that door across the other side, because that is the end of the game. I made that mistake, okay? There's actually 2 challenge statues in here, or 2 challenge doorways that you can go into to get the last 2 collectibles. So you'll notice a bit of continuity in my video where the grass around me currently is red, but once you complete the last 2 challenges, the entire garden turns to green. Mine is still red, but that's because I finished the game by accident beforehand because I got too eager apparently. However, I'm still going to show you how to solve these last 2 puzzles and get the achievements linked to them. So, first of all, this is the puzzle I made a mistake with and did things a little bit early. This particular stand here is an entrance, so there's one at the far back in the right, and it's an entrance to the level called Infinite Roots. Okay, so to solve Infinite Roots, what you need to do is you want to need to walk forward. And you want to look at this eye that is on the right by the statue, and without breaking contact with the eye, walk across the bridge and into the beam, and you'll be in line with a relic mirror. Swap places with the statue, look back at the eye, and then you want to do the same thing again, edge across the edgy bridge, and you'll be back by the beam. you want to walk towards the relic mirror, pick up the relic mirror, place it into the statue, turn around and go back to the mirror, and you want to spin that one around 180. Go to the end of the bridge, step out of the light, look to the right, swap places with the statue, look at the eye and edge your way across the bridge that is to your left without breaking contact. Go back into the mirror beam, and you want to take the relic out of the statue. Once you have the relic out of the statue, you want to make your way down to the statue at the other end, and you want to interact with this one by pointing it towards you. Head back to kind of the middle section just here. Look to your left, and you want to go over to the mirror. Turn the mirror 45 degrees to the right and put the relic into it, and you want to backtrack a little bit. At the intersection, swap places with the statue. Make your way to the end to the container. Look back at the statue and swap places. This will unlock the gate on the other side. Look at the eye and do a funky shuffle across a bridge, or balls it up like I do. And then look at the statue, and you want to rotate that around 90 degrees, pointing it at a diagonal angle to that corner. Go over to that corner, turn around and look at the eye to boot the beam up. Once you've done that, turn around, ring the harp, cross one bridge, not both, put the relic into the harp, and then you want to backtrack across, look at the eye to boot up the bridge, and then you want to turn this mirror here right 45 degrees, head back over to where the harp was, and then you want to play the harp and cross the bridges. And when you get to the other side, you want to turn around and look at the eye, and this will open up the path behind you to pick up the merit. Okay, so this is the last puzzle of the game. This one gave us absolute hell to figure out for some reason. No idea why, but I'm glad it's over. First of all, you want to make your way down to the end, and you want to go through the portal. Once you're on the other side of the portal, look at the statue, swap places with it, turn around and you'll find a container, and you want to swap places with the container. Sorry, the statue to put it in the container. Bring the harp from the other side of the portal and cross over the bridge that it puts in front of you. And then make your way to the left. So look to the left, drop down, and you want to spin this statue around 180 degrees. Make your way to the end whilst looking at the eye, and this will build up the darkness. Look to your right and swap places with the statue. From here, you want to go back through the portal. And once you're back through the portal, you want to look at the statue and swap places with the statue again. Once you've swapped places, walk past the mirror here, ignoring it. Cross the bridge to your right, and go to this little outcrop just here, and look to the statue, swap places with the statue, and you want to go through the portal. Look to your left, turn left, look at the eye and focus on the eye. Pick it up. And you want to backtrack with the eye, and you want to take it past these kind of bricks that are just on the floor, and you want to drop it down in this particular location. Make your way to the bridge. Look at the eye to boot the beams up. Walk all the way down to the vines. Step out of the light to switch the beams off. Make your way around to the mirror. Look to your right. Turn the mirror to the left 90 degrees and then look to your right and spot the eye again. And then you'll be able to cross the bridge to the finite merit collectible of the game, bagging you with the achievement for collecting all of the merits, all 46 of them. I thought there were 50 and I went through the whole entire game believing there was 50, thinking I'd failed towards the end, but I didn't. Once you've done that, that'll change the garden to green, but here there'll be a bit of a dodgy cut because, like I said, I screwed it up in terms of deciding to finish the game early by accident. But all you need to do is you need to walk through the door at the back and it will initiate a cutscene. And then as part of that cutscene, you will unlock the last achievement for beating the game. So head over to the door. Or ignore my dodgy cut. Okay, so once you head through the door and you finish following the lights, it will trigger a cutscene with lots of statuettes of people and things turning white. But once you complete that cutscene, you'll bag yourself the achievement for completing the Sojourn game. That will put you at the full 1000G. That will be the Platinum trophy if you're on PS4. I've been Just again from the Achievement Squad. If you found this guide useful, make sure you drop a like, comment and subscribe. And happy hunting!